Hi guys, and welcome to my 25 items that have sold from £25 all the way up to £250 sales video. So as that title kind of suggests, or is meant to anyway, I'm going to share with you guys 25 things that we have sold within the last month, so most of January and a little bit of the end of December. 25 items that I've sold for at least £25, and some of them are going all the way up to £250, so they're all good quality items that you can find if you go out car booting, or if you go to the charity shops, if you go to auctions. You should be able to find similar items which can sell for similar, if not a lot more money. So I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to get on with it. One thing I want to point out is I'm about to do the screen share which shows you what my original asking price on some of these items was. However, the actual selling price may be different where I've accepted offers, and I will obviously point those out because there are quite a few items in the following list of 25 where I've accepted offers. I always price with that in mind. I'm always open to offers, so let's get on with it. So the first item I want to share with you guys is this All Saints ladies link draped alpaca wool v-neck oversized jumper. It's a size small. We picked this up from the bins for £1.50. It was okay to photograph, not the easiest thing because it is dark, so sometimes it can be difficult to not overexpose the item when you're trying to get it photograph correctly. Anyway, we priced it up at £40, as you can see, plus £3.49 shipping. In the end, we actually accepted an offer of £30. So that's the first item. Next item I'm going to share with you guys is a Philips Twin Tuner Freeview Plus HD receiver box. This is a 500GB hard drive PVR for Freeview. So if you've got, if you don't want to pay for satellite TV, or you don't have a satellite dish, you can just connect your antenna to this box and it will get you all the Freeview channels, including the HD ones, and it's got a 500GB PVR built in as well. So like you can kind of like Sky Plus, where you can pause and record and all that kind of stuff, schedule recordings. It was the reason why it caught my attention was the build quality was fantastic, and it also said designed by Pace, and Pace were known as one of the biggest set-top box manufacturers back in the day. So I had this priced up at £69.99. I think I paid very little for this. I think it was £2 or £3 or within a job lot, so we priced it up at £69.99, and I actually accepted an offer of £45 plus shipping. So you can see shipping was £7.99. Next item, now this was a charity shop find. This is a YSL vintage spell out polo jumper. I actually paid, I think, £6 for this at a local charity shop, so not from my local bin where I get most of my clothes. And when I say bin, I mean a donation center which sells their clothes from a bin. I don't mean I go and find clothes from a bin, just in case you're wondering. But this is a vintage spell out YSL jumper. Photos don't really do it too much justice. My camera was really, I wasn't really wasn't using it correctly. I think I had some a bit of yellow lighting there, it seems like, but the photos were detailed enough. As I said, I paid £1. Would I pay £1? No, sorry, £6 for this, not £1.50. £6 as a size XL, as you can see from the tag. We priced it up at £180 because we'd seen similar tops sell for that kind of money. So from £6, we were very happy when we got an offer of £120 plus shipping. Shipping was more than the £3.99 it shows there because that's shipping to the UK. However, this was shipped out to Italy, so we were pleased to sell that for £120 plus shipping to Italy. So pleased with that sell from just £6. Next item, this is a Sony Video 8 camcorder. Paid £5 for this from my local tip shop. Very pleased with this Sony Video 8 Handycam camcorder. It's always a risk with these items because obviously depending on how they're stored, etc., whether they're going to function correctly or not, but it was worth taking that chance in this case. This camcorder, like I said, paid £5 for it. I tested it, it works absolutely flawlessly. I did actually mention in the title that it has night shot, and the reason why I mentioned night shot is apparently people that are into kind of ghost hunting and all that kind of stuff look out for cameras with night vision, especially the older ones. So I put that in just in case, but I wasn't really expecting like a ghost hunter person to buy this. But anyway, priced it up £100 plus shipping. In the end, we accepted an offer of £70 plus shipping, so I took £70, which is still a great profit from a £5 pickup. So the eventual buyer got this for 70 plus shipping. Next item, this is a Humax FreeSat box. So just like earlier I showed you a free view box, this is a FreeSat box. Now when looking at these set top boxes, whether they're Freeview or FreeSat, Freeview is basically extra digital HD channels from your antenna. FreeSat is free HD and digital TV channels through your satellite dish if you've got a satellite dish. So that's the difference between FreeSat and Freeview. So this is a FreeSat box. The thing to look out for is make sure when you're buying it, it is capable of receiving the HD channels. There's lots of these boxes out there with hard drives, which are like, you know, hard drive recorders, which are for normal FreeSat and normal Freeview, which don't have the capability to receive the high definition channels, and obviously those are less in demand and worth less. A quick way of finding out whether that's the case is if you look on the rear of the unit, you will see a HDMI socket. HDMI socket in most cases, there are cases where it does. There are boxes which have HDMI and they don't have the HD capability. Then you want to avoid those. An even easier way is if you look on the front, they will sometimes actually say HD and things like that on the box, so look out for that. So this is a Humax FoxSat 320GB FreeSat box, twin tuner hard drive PVR. This actually sold for the asking of $79.99 plus shipping of $7.99. Again, this was picked up in a job lot. It would not have owed me more than like a £5, I think. Next item, and again this was part of a job lot of electronics, again wouldn't have cost me more than like £5. This is a Roberts MP Sound 53 CD, USB, SD, DAB radio with iPod dock. I priced this up at $89.99. It was in okay condition, although the Roberts logo had worn off of it, which was a bit of a shame. It did come with its remote control, but the remote control was missing its back, so a couple of flaws which would have held it back. But in the end, I actually got quite a nice offer of £72 for it, so not very far from what my original asking price was. So to change it from say like a £5 or max a tenner, because it came as part of a job lot, very cheap anyway where I paid for it, and it sold for £72 plus shipping, so really nice pickup there, really nice sale. Next item is a bit of clothing. Now this was from the clothing bin from my local donation centre that I go to, so I paid £1.50 for this. This is a Renault F1 team short sleeve button front shirt, medium. It's official merchandise. As you can see, it's got embroidered badges by Total, Lada, Renault. So yeah, really nice, and it's got the logos on the back, on the sleeves, Bridgestone as well. Just made in China, 100% cotton. I was asking £30, $29.99 plus the $3.99 shipping. But we actually accepted an offer of £25, so this just scrapes in. So the cheapest items you will be seeing in this sales video are £25 plus shipping. So this was one of the cheapest items, but gives you an idea to look out for clothing which has got embroidered like badges from motorsports and things like that, logos, and people like that stuff. So obviously this would have gone to an F1 fan or maybe a Renault F1 fan. So yeah, or someone just into motorsport in general may have just liked this kind of clothing. So they paid £25 plus shipping, and I paid only £1.50 for this. Next item, again in a similar vein to the previous item, branding and things like that do make a difference. This is a Musto Groupama Team France America's Cup technical hoodie. As you can see, my first photo is actually of the back because it had the nice graphic, and it says France on it. On the front it's pretty plain, it says Groupama Team France and the Musto logo. Very difficult to photograph because it was actually quite nice blue, but I was really messing up with some of my photos here. Again, I take photos of all the important badges and things. Size medium. Had it priced at £40, but again accepted an offer of 25. But again, this was an item that I only paid £1.50 for, so from £1.50 we got a £25 sale, so I'm very happy with that, plus shipping. Next item, so again this was part of a job lot of electronics. I think I bought a bunch of hi-fi for around 40 odd pounds, and this was in that job lot of hi-fi. This is a Technics A900 Mark II stereo integrated amp with remote control and user manual. Really nice item, very heavy item, so you have to make sure you package these obviously to survive shipping. I had it priced up at £250 plus the shipping. We actually accepted an offer on this amp for £200, which is still a fantastic return on investment, bearing in mind I bought like a whole job lot of electronics for like 40. It was like a hi-fi system, so there was the amp, there was a tuner, there was a CD player or whatnot. And the amp was obviously, there were speakers as well, which I'm actually using as my own speakers now. So we got this sold, and we took an offer and got £200 plus shipping. So definitely a nice pickup. So Technics amps, not all are created equal. This is the SU-A900 Mark II. So if you ever see that amp out and around, or if you see other amps in the same range, still worth looking at because they may be a bit cheaper, but you never know what you have. So definitely worth looking out for. Made in Japan, good amp. Next item, this is another vintage YSL item. This is another bin item. This was bought for £1.50 from my local donation centre bin. It's a men's vintage YSL beige knitted sweater jumper, size L. I actually listed this while I was on a live stream, and I believe I sold it whilst I was still on that same live stream. Overall in good condition, however it had some discoloration, which was a bit unfortunate. It had like a little yellow mark by one of the armpits, and then there was this kind of weird light orange discoloration that you can see that I couldn't get out even after we'd washed it. Anyway, priced it up still at £60 plus shipping, and we received an offer of £35. Actually, I think it was an offer of 30, and then I counted at 35. Instantly regretted it, but because I was thinking I should have just taken 30, but we got the £35 offer, and I was very happy to get that. And when I got the £35 counter from the buyer, I accepted immediately, and they paid. So very happy. From £1.50, I could have gotten the 60, I think, if it had been in good condition, but those marks obviously let the price down. Next item, another bit of a motorsport related clothing. So it's just a blue fleece, however it's covered in logos from Ford Rally. So you've got the BP logo, you've got BP Ford. Again, it has some marks. It's got the Ford embroidered logo, it's got Oz Racing, it's got back springs on there as well, mag tools, BP Ford World Rally Team, M Sport. It's made by M Sport. It's a size medium. Listed this at $29.99 plus shipping, and it's actually sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So very happy with this sale also. Next item, now paid I believe £3 for this wrestling ring and 12 action figures. This was from a local charity shop. So it was a WWE ring by Jakks Pacific from 2007. Not in the best condition, but it did come with some nice accessories. Came with some figures, but none of the figures were anything that I was interested in personally. But so I just took a photo of the whole lot, £3. I could have probably gotten more money if I'd broken everything down, but I just really did not want to go through that. I wanted this thing sold, and it didn't stick around for long. I think it sold within a week or two tops of being listed. So paid £3 for it, and it sold for the asking price of £30 plus the shipping. Right, so moving on. This was quite a nice sale. I was very pleased with this sale. This is a Jules Rugger striped rugby tour style shirt, embroidered. Jules is a bit hit and miss sometimes. I think you've got to be buying the more kind of desirable looking items from them. And I think when it comes to the men's stuff, again, it's got to be embroidered, it's got to have a bit of fanciness to it. So this had like really nice kind of patchwork number embroidered on the back. It had, it had a lot of little nice touches, like there was like a velvet trim around the neckline, nice little logo of rugby player there, so you can see that kind of velvety kind of material there. Really nice item. I tried to just mention it was obviously embroidered. It was up at £30 plus shipping. I paid £1.50, so this is a bin item, and this sold for £25 plus shipping. So again, this scrapes in as a £25 item, but still, if you can buy items for £1.50, turn them into £25 plus sales, you'll be pretty pleased. Moving on, another clothing item. This is a diesel Thava, waist 34, leg 34, pair of jeans which were new with tag, hence I was asking £50 plus shipping for them. Now unfortunately they just weren't getting the kind of interest I was hoping to have gotten. They didn't stay listed for that long, but longer than I would have expected. They were up at 50. I ran a 15% sale on, which made them $42.49, but I actually received an offer on these for £36 plus the shipping, and they were going internationally, so the shipping was more than the $3.99 paid here. So from £1.50, which is again what I got these from the bins, to get a sale of £36 plus shipping, I was not going to grumble. Next item, this is something I picked up quite recently and showed it in a recent haul video, and this is an Iowa CSP77 mini boombox stereo cassette recorder. So in the photo it just looks like a normal like stereo cassette recorder, but I actually did take a photo of this with a measuring tape, and you can see it measured barely 10 inches in length. So very cute, very small miniature boombox, and I did actually put that, I think, on mini boombox I put in the title, so people got an idea. I should have put like small or tiny or cute or something, maybe I could have had the keywords for that, but I chose not to. In the end it didn't matter. I paid, I think, £2.50 for this. It came with the power supply. It worked. That was the important thing. The radio worked. It wasn't in the best condition. There was some marking to the speaker grills, but it worked. The radio worked, the cassette worked, and that was the important thing. And I listed it at 35 plus shipping, and it sold for 35 plus shipping. I've already had positive feedback for it, so I'm very pleased with that sale as well. So nice thing to look out for, like a compact little mini boombox. Iowa's a good brand to look out for, depending. Next item, a vintage 1996 England Umbro away football shirt. Size XL, so this is what was worn during the 1996 season. As you can see, it had a couple of pulls on it. I was quite excited when I first got this, and actually priced it near £100, I think, but I wasn't getting any interest at all. Again, this was a £1.50 pickup from the bins, so £1.50. You got to always bear that in mind. I've only paid £1.50 for this. So as you can see, yeah, it was priced at $89.99. It was on a 15% off sales, which took it down to $76.49. Now, I got an offer which is significantly lower. I actually got an offer on this for £47. But I just thought to myself, it's been hanging around for longer than I thought. If it was worth 70 odd, I would have had offers or interest, but this offer came in at 47 plus shipping, and I thought, I suppose with the pulls that it had, etc., and this wasn't the Euro 96 version, this is just like the normal version, because there was a version that came out that looks like this but was for Euro 96, and that would obviously be worth a bit more, but I got an offer of £47 plus the shipping, and I was happy to accept that. So from £1.50 to £47. £47 is a good price, guys. So moving on, I didn't unfortunately do these sales in some kind of a price order, which I perhaps should have done. So this is actually the biggest sale that you're going to see in this haul, so congratulations if you've stuck around long enough to see it. But this was a job lot of Lord of the Rings Eagle Moss figures. So these are figures that come with magazines that you buy every month or whatever, and there are normally 180 of these figures to complete a collection, and I came across these at a local charity shop. They'd put them all out, and I bought the whole lot off of them for, I think, 75, no, was it £75? I think it was £75. and £75, I was in them for like 70 pence each or something. There's 116 figures in this job lot, so it's not the complete collection of 180. If you have the complete set of 180 of these Lord of the Rings figures, you can get some really strong money. I had 116. I didn't have any of the special ones because they had the 180 basic collection, and then on top of the 180 there were a couple of super rare figures, and if you have those you can ask really strong money. But this was 116 of the regular figures. I listed them at $2.99 with best offer, and we got an offer of £250, only £50 less than what I was asking. And considering I'd paid like 80 for them, 75, 80, I'm not going to complain. If you can turn 75 or 80 pounds into 250, then you're doing okay. And obviously then there's shipping on top of that as well, because I just had to send them to Spain, so hopefully that will all go fine. Next item. This is again something I've shown recently. I picked this up for like a £5 from my local one of my local charity shops. This is a Texas Instruments TI-92 vintage scientific graphing calculator. There was mixed pricing on this. Some people were asking close to £80-90. Some people were only achieving £20 odd for these calculators. Well, I got mine, tested it as best I could, listed it at £60, and it sold for £60 plus shipping, and it is going abroad, so very pleased with that sale. So that's already been shipped out, so happy with that. Next item. This is a Technics CD player, made in Germany, came with its remote control. It's not a high-end CD player by any means. This was listed at £50 plus shipping, but I did like a send offers to Watcher on this, and it sold for £42, so I was pretty pleased to have gotten £42 for this. This, I believe I paid a part of a job lot. I think I paid like £25 for a job lot of hi-fi, and this was one of the parts of hi-fi, so pretty good profit. One of the other parts that came with that CD player was this Technics amp. Now, this is actually quite a good thing, because you can see this Technics amp is called the A600, and you can see it sold for a lot less, or I was asking a lot less. It actually sold for even less than that. Than the other amp that I showed earlier. We sold the A900 Mark II for £200. This is the A600 Mark III. I was asking £80 for it. In the end, I accepted an offer of £60. So be aware that not all amps are created equal. Do not overpay for these. Obviously, you have to test them and whatnot. There's a lot of work involved with electronics. You've got to bear that in mind with the price that you pay. It's not worth just overpaying for things, and just because some amps sell for a lot of money, they all certainly don't. So even though this is an A600, this is the Mark III, it's just not worth as much. Sold it for £60 plus shipping. So this came as part of the same stack of hi-fi that the CD player that's just sold went for. We are getting near the end. There are only 5 more items to share with you guys, so thank you for your patience. This is a pair of Loke Pangborn Black Brogue wingtip leather shoes, UK size 8. I've had these listed for a long while. I paid £2 for these shoes, so not a lot of money. £2 is very cheap for a pair of shoes like these. They're in good condition. They did have a little bit of wear to them, but nothing massive. As you can see, I was asking quite good money. I was asking £80 for them. No interest whatsoever. I had a 15% off, went down to £67.99. Again, no interest. But then I got an offer. Again, the offer is substantially lower than my asking, but the offer was for £30. Now, again, I look at it, they've been listed for a while. I paid £2. If you can turn 2 to 30, is that good? Yes, it is. Accept. And I'm happy to see them go at £30 plus shipping. So I'm not going to grumble. Now, this item, this is quite a nice item. Wow, we've just had an offer coming. I'll deal with that later. This is quite a nice item. This is an official Nintendo Wii component cable. Definitely something you should be looking out for. This item came as part of a massive job lot. I've just bought recently a job lot of consoles. There is a video on the channel if you want to check it out, where I talk about it. I think it's a live stream. Bought a stack. I think I've got like, I don't know how many Wii consoles. I've got like 16 Wii consoles. I've got PS3s, PS2s, Xbox 360Ss and all kinds of stuff. Paid like £75 for a massive lot of stuff, and this was amongst that £75 lot, and it's going to be very profitable already, I know, because we have sold just the component video cable for £30 plus shipping. So not much to look at. In fact, I have it here, it's ready to go out. So to get £30 plus shipping, that is a fantastic little sale. Next item, another bit of electronics. Electronics I'm definitely back into, because as you can see, they're bringing in strong money. This is a Sony HT-CT180 Bluetooth soundbar with wireless subwoofer 2.1 home cinema black. So very difficult to take a photo because the soundbar is obviously quite long in length. It's quite a lot there. I paid £10 for this at a charity shop, so £10, which I was pretty pleased to pay. I was quite happy with that. I tested it, it all works fine. Listed it for 80, have accepted an offer of 56 plus the shipping, so 56 plus 15, so buyers paid like 70 odd in total. So yeah, very happy to see that going. That sold very quickly. Next item, this is actually a viewer sale. This is something that came up on our Friday. Chinwag, Beck and I, Rebecca, my wife, and I do a weekly live stream chat on a Friday, and yeah, we were really happy to see this sell afterwards. This was talked about in that live chat because I think Steve mentioned that, you know, asked what this was because he saw this hanging on my door behind me. You can't see it right now because I'm covering it, but this is a light up FA Carling Premiership sign. And this was actually a viewer sale. I won't mention the viewer just in case they don't want to be mentioned, but later on in the evening we got a sale full asking price, so really pleased. So this is a perfect man cave type item. So it would have been used originally as like a pub sign or in the pub, and you can see it's just got the original FA Carling Premiership sponsorship logo, and it just lights up. So a really nice man cave item, or an item for someone that just loves football. So thank you very much, you know who you are, for the purchase. Final item I want to share with you guys. This just sold. These just sold today. These are Jeffrey West Autograph M&S Oxblood Burgundy Derby shoes, size 10.5. So worth learning the difference between Derby and Oxford shoes, because it just helps you describe them. There's plenty of Google images you can check out. So these would be described as Derby shoes because of these are like open, they're not stitched as part of the body, these flaps on the sides where the laces go. But yeah, really nice pair of shoes, made in India, so nothing spectacular, but the quality is there. They didn't have much use. Again, I paid £2 for these, and accepted an offer of 30. So that was the final item that I had to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So that was 25 items that I've sold for a minimum of £25, going all the way up to 250. Hopefully you found some items in there that you can put into your memory bank when you're out sourcing and when you're out looking for stock for your own eBay store. Hopefully you'll come along, come in front of these items, or you'll come across these items. God, those all sound awful. Hopefully you'll see these items or similar items which can sell for similar or even more money. Hope you found the video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.